everybody, welcome to Bones Collector. Today on Bones Collector we're continuing our series where Lori and I are playing our way through our board gaming library. So we're going to play a couple of games, 2 or 3 games each week, and make a video about it and pass it on to you, and I hope you enjoy them.
Yes.
Hey everybody, welcome to Bones Collector, and today on Bones Collector Lori and I just got done playing Rise of Augustus. Rise of Augustus came out in 2013. It was a Spiel des Jahres nominee. It's for 2 to 6 players, and it's a bingo style with some set election, push your luck, and open drafting, and the winner is the one with the most points. Now, this game, like I say, it comes out in 2013, and the box is adequate for what it's holding. I always complained about this box being too big for this game,
Yes.
and it was. I mean, it was. For what's in here, it's just cards and some Legion meeples and so forth, and it's got like a cardboard insert in here. But it's a regular sized game box, and they redid this game. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. But here's why I didn't like the re-implementation, and the reason why I love this game, one of the reasons why, is because Vincent Dutrait's art is just absolutely fantastic in this game. And we reacquired a copy recently down at Dice Tower East, even though we weren't allowed in. we were able to complete our transactions, and
Via Magica.
Via Magica. Oh, that's right, Via Magica.
It's the new one. It came out in 2020.
2020, yeah. But hey, we got an older copy, picked it up. It's in perfect condition, and whoever had this game sleeved all the cards, so that was nice of them. The art on the cards is fantastic. This is linen stock cards, and these tokens that you're going to draw out of the bag are big and they're thick, so those are pretty nice. And you have these little wooden Legion guys. You start out the game with 7 of them. You have a little player aid that tells you how many of each one of those tokens is in that bag, because you need to know that when you're selecting these cards. And there's a little bit to think about in this game. We enjoy playing it. Of course, I've always loved bingo, and the way you're going to play this game is you start out with 3 of these cards in front of you and your little 7 Legionnaires, and somebody's going to start and they're going to draw tokens out of this bag. This is a catapult, so they'll say catapult and put that down on the table, and you're going to take one of your Legionnaires, and if you have a catapult on one of your 3 cards, you put that Legionnaire right there on that card. And these cards have various point totals on them. Just so happens the 3 that I have question marks on there, so they would be totaled up at the end of the game,
yeah.
Honey. But a lot of them have, like this one has 7 points, 4 points, and some of them give you a little special benefit too, so you can work that out a little bit. This one will let you put 2 Legionnaires, if you complete this card, on 2 daggers, and the daggers, there's only 1 dagger in this bag. So you would be able to place 2 Legionnaires on daggers, and if you had a card that 2 cards that needed a dagger, or even, I think some of them have 2 daggers on a card.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, no chewing the Legionnaires. There we go. Leave the little people alone. All right, so anyways, yeah, and that's the way this is going to work, just like bingo. And then the player is going to draw these tokens out of the bag until they draw the joker. There's 2 jokers in here. Once they draw a joker, they say joker, and that's it for that particular round, or that particular turn for that person. So anyways, you're trying to fill these cards up with Legionnaires, and once you fill one of these cards, you shout out, Ave Caesar! And you're going to take that card, put it to the side, get whatever benefit it gives you, and then select another card, draft one
sweetie.
from the market row right here. You can leave it up here.
I'm just chewing stuff.
Oh,
All right.
all right. And then you have these bonus tiles up here, which are nice thick tiles for various things like the most wheat, the most gold, and this is the one that's the easiest to forget, is after you finish some of these objective cards, you have to ask yourself, there's a 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 quantity for objectives to be completed on these tiles, and you can't go backwards. You can only select one. So like, you want to push your luck and say, well, I think I can complete 4 or 8 before someone else does, so I'm going to wait. I'm not going to take, if I complete 4, I'm not going to take that one that says you completed 4, because there's only 6 points. So you're going to push your luck a little bit. Well, if somebody all of a sudden completes the 8 and they take that one, and you passed on that 6 already because you had 4 completed, now you got to hope you get 10 before them, or excuse me, not 10 but 6, so that you can get that 10-point tile. So you're pushing your luck. Yeah, before they go out. So it's crazy, man. And then you have these other tiles that have set collection objectives on them, and you can get those also. But it's just a fun, light affair. We've loved it since the first time we played it. I think we played it way back in the day, and we got rid of it for whatever reason.
The box is too big.
Yeah, I thought the box was too big, and then I heard they were going to reprint it, and I thought it was just going to be the same game reprinted, maybe in a smaller box is what I was hoping for. That didn't take place. They rethemed it even, which the new theme was, I don't know. I didn't even play it. I didn't even look at it.
It looks like it's made for kids.
Yeah, I don't think Vince Dutre did the art in the game at all. And I won. The art on these cards is absolutely fabulous because he's one of my favorite board game artists, Vince Dutre. And I really love these cards, so I wanted to get this back when I could. I think we picked it up for $10. Very much needed game to have in your library if you like this kind of thing, which we do. You can play this in 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes. I think we can knock this game out. You know, calling out the bingo tiles out of the bag, and you're taking your Legionnaires and putting them on the icons on your objectives, and then you're trying to string these objectives together to try and give yourself as much points as quickly as possible as you can. First one, is it complete 7?
7.
7 objectives that triggers into the game, and so you go from there and start adding up your points from your bonus tiles and your objective cards. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then it has a score sheet right here, which Lori laminated. Did it come with a pad?
Whole pad? Yeah.
It comes with a whole pad, and we always just laminate one of these score sheets, and instead of writing it on the pad and just keep tearing through the pad, we just laminate one of them, use a dry erase, and that's pretty cool. This didn't come with the game, this little box. We keep our Legionnaires in there. Again, these are all sleeved, all these cards. You get a huge stack of them. So there's just a lot of variety in the game. And that is Rise of Augustus. I mean, there's not a lot to say except it's fast and it's fun. Mm-hmm. We love having it in our library. There are times, hey, you want to play Rise of Augustus? You know, I'm tired. I don't want to work that hard intellectually and mentally. And so let's get this out. It's like playing King Domino or something like that. You just enjoy having these types of games sometimes in your library, which is why we keep Rise of Augustus. So yeah, I'm glad you guys got a chance to see this game. If you haven't played it and you like light gaming, because this is light, but it's fun. I mean,
it's something where you can take to somebody's house if they're not a gamer, and you can teach them how to play it in 5 minutes.
This one is a quick teach and quick learn, and that's why it's probably very popular, and there's a lot to be said for that. And we have several games like that. And just right off the top of my head, I'm thinking of Picture Perfect and Chicken Cha Cha Cha.
Yeah.
But I mean, stuff like that. This is a little heavier than Chicken Cha Cha Cha, but still, it's a pretty cool game, and we enjoyed playing it, and I enjoyed telling you about it. And I'll see you next time on The Bones Collector. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, how you doing? Today, Lori and I just got done playing Among the Stars. Among the Stars is a card drafting tile placement game with variable player powers. It came out in 2012 for 2 to 4 players. The designer is Vangelis Bagiartakis. I hope I'm not slaughtering his name. And the winning condition is the most points. And I wanted to tell you that we're pairing this up with Rise of Augustus. I failed to mention Paolo Mori was the designer in Rise of Augustus, and he's a wonderful board game designer, and I have several games in our library by him. Vasco da Gama and Fairy Tale Inn, this, and there's one more. No, there's one more, and I can't think what it is off the top of my head. Anyways, let's talk about Among the Stars. It came out in 2012. It was re-implemented as Fields of Green afterward, kind of a farming theme. This is a fine box. It's adequate. It's from Artipia Games, Stronghold Games. It's okay. It's not holding anything but cards and scoreboard and stuff like that. But yeah.
There's the rest of the box.
Yeah, she's made herself at home in there, so I'm not going to bug her. But yeah, if you play this game, you have to use the 2-player variant that Fields of Green introduced and implemented in that game. It has in the rule book here a 2-player variant where you actually use 4 decks of cards, and then there's another one where you are passing cards back. It gets so confusing.
We never even know. Yeah, we never knew whose turn it was. We got confused.
Yeah, just the way we did it was the way Fields of Green did a 2-player game. It works wonderfully. You just have a whole stack of cards and you deal out 12 of them for the round. The game is 4 rounds long, so at the beginning of the round you deal out 12 cards, show 6 of them, you take turns drafting 2 of them, then you add 2 more to the market, take turns drafting 2 more, you add two more to the market, and so on until those 12 cards are gone, and then you just draft them until they're completely exhausted. Yeah, and it works wonderfully in a 2-player game.
Because we had Fields of Green and liked playing it that way.
We had Fields of Green, and we enjoyed that game, didn't we?
Yes.
We enjoyed it. You use water droplets instead of energy cubes, and it's more about a farming thing, and it was harder for us to get into, wasn't it?
Yes.
I mean, it was a wonderful game. I like Fields of Green, but I like this better.
The expansion with the fair, the grand fair was fun. You had tractor pulls and stuff like that.
But I like this theme.
Yes,
I
prefer this theme.
This outer space theme, and the art on the cards is science fiction, and we really enjoy it. And you're simply going to draft these cards and do a set collection thing, plus different ways of scoring points. They're on the cards. You're going to look at them and decide how you want to put them in your space station, because that's what you're building here. And you start out with a couple of these energy cubes on your main reactor, and then you can, as the game goes on, you can get other power reactors to get more energy cubes, because some of these cards require them. But I really enjoy this game, and there are expansions for this game if you wish. You don't need them. I found this game in this shrink up at our local game store for $9.99, and I knew that I liked Fields of Green, but I had never played Among the Stars, and I knew it was, that science fiction theme, so that's why I bought it. We picked it up and I brought it home, and we've played it 3 times in a row now, and I really like it. And as long as you use that Fields of Green 2-player variant the way I just explained it to you, it just works phenomenally. Goes quick. It was probably half an hour.
Maybe 45 minutes.
Yeah, 30, 45 minutes. You're going to rip off a game of this, and we really love that time frame.
It went a lot faster playing it that way.
But it's a fun game. I enjoyed it. Did you?
Yeah. A lot.
It's pretty cool. You get a player aid here that tells you
everything
your turn and the end game scoring, and then, like I say, it's got variable player powers. At the beginning of the game, you're going to draw one of these tiles that gives you some kind of rule change that's going to apply only to you. And some of them are pretty tough, man. At the beginning of every round, you get $10. The one tile gives you 13, but you can't carry over money.
And you can't trash a card.
And from round to round, and you can't trash a card for money. I'm gonna use that and see if that sounds hard.
The one I just had, every time I trashed a card, I got $4 instead of $3. And at the end of the game, I got a point for every $2 instead of every $3.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
And what did yours gave you?
I gave you that
you had an extra secret objective that was just for you.
So that was 5 points.
Yeah.
That was pretty nice. Because you don't know what I'm doing.
I know.
But you kept buying those green cards. I gotta wait for another to come out.
Because he still has to beat me. Oh no, you just had to tie.
I just have to tie.
Normally the objectives you have to beat them. But if you tie, in his case, the private objective, was.
But hey, it's a very simple, fast game. It's the type of games that we like, isn't it? We enjoy these games that you can set up and play in 30 to 45 minutes and have a fun time doing it. The decisions in this game are interesting enough that you're not going to get bored. And I mentioned before, there are expansions for this. You don't need them at all. I mean, there's some that, I think there's an expansion that has little miniatures or something.
It does.
And I don't know what that does, but there's enough in this base box. If you're like us and you have a lot of board games, you don't want expansions in them. It just adds to the...
how much you have to remember.
Yeah, I mean, it just adds cobwebs into your brain. This is a very, very good game. The way it is originally designed and intended in that base box, you need nothing else, need to add nothing else to it to make it a good game, that's for sure. And to keep it replayable. I mean, there's so much variety in these cards and the things that you can do. It's infinitely replayable just because of the way the game is designed. So you don't have to go out and spend more money, I guess is my point.
Well, and it comes with special location cards. And there must be, 30 of them? And you only use 12 each game.
Yeah.
So you're going to have different cards.
And then during the game you have, I don't know how many of these objective cards
Maybe
we have.
8 or 10.
8 or 10 of them, and you're going to have 2 of them that they're going to be in each game. And then you get a scoreboard. And yeah, I mean, this card stock is nothing to write home about. This is just regular, kind of thin card stock.
You don't hold them in your hand.
You don't hold them in your hand, so that's not too bad. But I mean, if you're going to keep this game, it'd be worth sleeving.
Yeah, shuffling.
Yeah.
The black edges are going to get nicked up, I would think.
They're going to get nicked up pretty quick. But hey, I love the game. Did you?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
I had a lot of fun. I liked Fields of Green, but I liked the space theme better.
Yeah. We love Fields of Green. It was a really, really good game. But yeah, I like the science fiction theme also. We've kind of called a lot of our farming.
We just decided that we don't have a lot of farming
got to
games
thinking
anymore.
about that, and we got rid of it. Almost everything had to do with farming. We still have Agricola, All Creatures Big and Small. That's our Agricola. You know, we sold
Yeah.
Agricola and moved it on because it was just too much for us.
Might be the only one.
Yeah, but I think that is the only farming game we have, unless Cave versus Cave. Would you
Well,
consider
yeah, I
that
guess you're
farming a little bit?
You're cave farmers.
Yeah,
So that
Cave
is
versus
farming,
Cave,
I
the big
guess.
bucks. But yeah, I mean, these are types of games that Lori and I like to play, and they're quick. You can get them out. Hey, let's play that. You know, like Rise of Augustus, the other one on this video. You can just get that game out, set it up, and play it, and have a little bit of conversation as you're playing. I like that.
Well, and that's all we've been able to play these
Yeah.
last month because we've been so stressed out that these little games we can play.
Yeah. So we've been very busy and have some family members that we're helping and taking care of, and so we're driving 100 miles every time we go to do that.
Yeah.
And just getting home, like we drove 100 miles today,
Yeah.
and to deal with them, and then we came back home and we played Rise of Augustus, and we played this Among the Stars.
Yeah.
Or what was
And
that
we played
again?
U.S. Telegraph.
We played U.S. Telegraph a couple of times. So yeah, we enjoyed those types of
Because
games.
they're quick and you don't have to think real hard, but yet there is enough in there that you have to think.
Yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of games that you better be well rested and have a lot of time to
Yeah.
play, and those are for younger people, I think. For us in our age group, we enjoy games like this that we can put on the table, get them out of the box, put them on the table, play the game, and talk about, oh wow, you got that one, you got, yeah, I mean,
Well,
just
not
laugh
a lot
and
of rules reviewed.
yeah. So you don't really have to
Yeah.
have a lot invested, but it gives back more than what you invest. Those are great games. And don't let anybody tell you what is a good game. If you have fun, I don't care if you're playing games like Chicken Cha Cha Cha, which I mentioned in Grace. I love that game. And do we have it on the way?
And it's on the way.
It's
yes.
on the way. And it's just an easy, fun time. Sometimes those games, they have their place in your life, in your gaming life, because they're easy to get out and set up and play, and they're fast and funny, and you don't always want to have those heavy games. So yeah, this is Among the Stars. It's a wonderful time. If you haven't played this game, if you've played Fields of Green, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And please make sure you like and subscribe. We love every one of you. Hey, if you can share this video, because we don't really network ourselves that well. So if you guys want to take our videos and help us out in that way, wow, we would certainly appreciate that. And we'll see you next time on The Bones Collector. And remember to keep on board gaming. It's the best hobby on the planet because of games like Among the Stars. Yeah, this is Biscuits. Wave bye-bye. This is
Hi,
Biscuits.
Biscuits.
Yeah. Her brother Gravy's around somewhere.
Biscuits is very sleepy.
Yeah. She loved watching us. Well, she didn't. She actually slept while we played.
Yes, she did.
Okay. And we'll see you next time on The Bones Collector. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody. That was a couple of games out of our library that we wanted to share with you. And thank you for those comments, and please keep them coming. We'll try to get back to you as often as we possibly can. I love every one of you guys. And always remember to keep on board gaming. It's the best hobby on the planet. Bye-bye.